In yet another stinging blow to Pakistan's embattled security apparatus, the Baloch Liberation Army, a separatist group in the restive province of Balochistan, has claimed responsibility for a series of deadly attacks, including the assassination of ISI officer in the strategic coastal town of Pasni. Islamabad's iron-fisted rule over the resource-rich yet impoverished province has only intensified resistance, pushing the Baloch people further towards an armed struggle for their rights. Balochistan, Pakistan's largest yet most neglected province, remains a battleground for an independence struggle. The Baloch Liberation Army, or BLA, has intensified its insurgency with a fresh series of well-coordinated attacks across Balochistan, sending shockwaves through Pakistan's already struggling security establishment. In its recent high-profile operation, the BLA assassinated an ISI agent identified as Mohammad Nawaz in Pasni, a strategic town near the Chinese-backed port city of Gwadar. Nawaz, a resident of Punjab's Khushab district, was travelling with members of a so-called death squad, covert militia groups accused of abducting and targeting Baloch activists, when his convoy was struck by a remote-controlled IED.
The recent attack by the Baloch Liberation Army, in which an ISI officer named Mohammad Zubair was killed, is a clear message to the Pakistani state that the Baloch Liberation Army is a very strong force in Balochistan that can target its intelligence officers, member of its secret services at any time and any place they want to target them. Because the Pakistani army always claimed that they're just a bunch of the people, those who are resisting against the Pakistani state, but such attacks shows how strong these forces are, how strengthened the Baloch Liberation Army is, and how much a threat they are for the Pakistani state.
The group claims Nawaz played a key role in coordinating counter-insurgency operations in Gwadar, a region at the heart of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or CPEC. But the killing was only one of several operations. In Dadar Bulan, the group carried out a grenade attack on police lines. And in another act of sabotage, BLA operatives attacked vehicles linked to the military and the Sandak mining project, while simultaneously blocking the main national highway, a move that disrupted movement and signaled growing insurgent control.
I believe the Baloch Liberation Army and the other organizations such as the Balochistan Liberation Front and others, those who are fighting for the independence of Balochistan, those who are involved in a armed struggle resistance against the Pakistani army and its security forces, they are in a huge numbers, and they are garnering a lot of support from the people of Balochistan. And we have witnessed many attacks where they were able to force the Pakistani military personnel of the frontier corps to leave their outposts, run away. In a way, we have seen many of the military personnel surrendering to them. There are many videos.
Just days before this killing, the BLA made international headlines after hijacking the Jafar Express, a passenger train running from Quetta to Peshawar. This move, which included holding passengers hostage and derailing the train, shows that the BLA's reach is no longer confined to remote hills but extends to Pakistan's core infrastructure. The BLA's war against the Pakistani state is rooted in decades of exploitation, ethnic discrimination, and the plunder of Balochistan's vast natural resources. The port city of Gwadar, now a linchpin in China's $62 billion CPEC project, is seen by Baloch nationalists as a symbol of occupation. While Islamabad projects CPEC as a game changer, Baloch communities see it as another scheme that exploits their land without their consent, guarded by the very forces they accuse of oppression. For decades, Islamabad's response to the Baloch movement has been rooted in militarization. The infamous kill and dump policy, involving the abduction, torture, and killing of Baloch students and activists, has scarred countless families. Human rights groups have documented hundreds of enforced disappearances, with victims often taken from university hostels in Punjab, Sindh, and Balochistan, never to return.
Baloch youth, Baloch intelligentsia as a threat to the Pakistani state. So that is why they've eliminated countless political activists, leaders, student activist leaders, journalists, poets, people of all walk of life. So the cost the Baloch people have paid under this occupation, and they're still paying, it's a huge one, because they have been targeted. They've been targeted in ways people cannot imagine. People are being abducted, people are being tortured, they're being killed, people are receiving mutilated dead bodies of their loved ones. Their mass graves, they're unearthing in Balochistan. Baloch women and children and elderlies are being subject to the enforced disappearances, arbitrary detentions. They are being targeted in the police custody.
While the Pakistani state labels Baloch separatist groups as foreign-backed terrorists, rights activists argue that the roots of this conflict are domestic: political disenfranchisement, ethnic marginalization, and decades of state violence. And with Islamabad showing no signs of engaging in dialogue, the insurgency is only expected to grow more aggressive and widespread.